Guys, welcome for the first podcast. We're going to go through the gaming shows. We have Nando's with us.
Hi.
We will have
My
some.
name's Nando.
Yeah, this is Nando. We'll have some. We have some people coming in later. Like we're gonna have Terry to give us his thoughts and opinions on the whole PS5 show. What he thinks good, bad. Pretty much the same. What we're going to go through, but when this is our opinions. I'd rather keep some of the community in and get them to give us some of their opinions as well, which would be all nice and cool. So let's crack on. Let's start this off.
Let's do this.
But yeah. So what are we thinking at the moment in terms of Sony? Because right now,
I was thinking that this was kind of a dig at Xbox, if I'm perfectly honest.
Yeah.
It started off with the monolith, a white monolith. Like, oh, that's what it looks like. It's a white monolith. No. Look, peeling back. The layers are peeling back.
Yeah.
That's fair enough, right? They all like the funny thing is these people are mega rich and they'll just sit there and like, we get these people riled up, but like we don't care. Like we're we're making money here, selling consoles, selling tech. I don't care. Yeah. But yeah, it's funny how they do take digs at each other, right?
Yeah, and well, it's the same as the last event with the whole Xbox per Sony. Oh, can I borrow a game? Not on Xbox. And then the first thing Sony comes up with is, here you go. They've always done it. This is how
you lend a game. Yeah, they always,
But one thing, hats off to Sony in this case, is one thing they do nice is their intros like this. They're going through the years of generations of PlayStations. You can tell
they need to really, because they have that history.
Yeah, exactly. They have to. They show, like you said, they show the history of what's going well, what works for them, and this is a nice little clip to show it.
Exactly. Like, I mean, at the end of the day, let's be honest, they're trying to do what Nintendo does with Nintendo Direct, and Nintendo do it well, even though you have a load of like old men just kind of like sometimes cringily doing these little things. Everyone loves it, especially when Reggie did it. Like everyone absolutely loved it.
Yeah, I agree. I completely agree.
I just kind of feel for Sony because they don't have a face anymore. Like people loved Yoshida when he was doing it, and now they don't have him. So it's a bit weird. It's a bit awkward, I think, at times, because it's just random people or devs, and I feel like a lot of their big devs are working on either stuff for the PS5 that they're not ready to announce. We're working on PS4 games like Naughty Dog, like Sucker Punch. They don't really have anything like Neil Druckmann to come in and be like, oh, hello, let me introduce you. Like a face.
Yeah, this is it. So obviously Nintendo have their face. You got Phil Spencer of Microsoft.
Yeah, I think Phil's really come out of like, and he's Big Papa Phil. Everyone loves him. Sits there tweeting, "Oh, I'm playing on my Nintendo Switch. Just beats Horizon Zero Dawn." Like he's such a good sport about it all as well. Yeah, that's what I like about him. I think a lot of people do.
Yeah, I think that's the key thing of Phil is he's down to earth in my opinion. Like if he likes something, he's not going to beat around the bush. He goes, "I like this." So,
yeah, he will. He'll congratulate them and everything.
Yeah, exactly. Twitter. And that's how it should be in my opinion.
Well, yeah, like it's almost like we need to get rid of the schoolyard nonsense of like, look what you did, which kind of happened in 2013, but that was Don Maverick, whatever his name is, his era where he was kind of like not a very good face, and then left to a company that does mobile game microtransactions, so that was telling.
I don't get this. This is one thing I don't get.
What? Oh, do you know this was such a bait and switch as well, though, with the controller? Yeah. So many people are like, "Oh, okay, so there's gonna be a black console." Yeah, because that's what people want. That's what people expect. I think the white console really throws people. A lot of people like
makes zero sense. If they went, You know, of most of it, I know the PS1 was grey, then it went into black for PS2 to 4, with the limited edition whites every now and then.
Yeah, the limited edition whites.
Yeah, but just to go straight off Glacier White, I'm like, really? Why? And going off of this event right now, the first thing we see is GTA 5. It's been out PS3, PS4, and now PS5. 3 different generations of consoles. Why? We don't need this. I understand everyone loves GTA 5, but is there need to go, oh, here's that again? I don't, in my opinion.
Marketing and money talks, don't they?
Yeah,
like,
I know.
they're gonna have like an exclusivity deal again, where they get the DLC first or the new stuff first. Yeah. They needed something as well. I feel like they were like, right, we. I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say it. I don't think they have forward compatibility. If they had it, they would have announced it. So they needed something to kind of be like, hey, look, this will carry over. Hooray! You know what I mean? So they made a deal with Rockstar. It's one of the most popular. It's part of the gamer, the casual gamer trifecta, right? Fortnite, COD, and GTA.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
It used to be like not Fortnite, COD, GTA, and FIFA. FIFA's kind of getting a lot of flack for their practices.
So here we go. Sony Studios. We already know what it is. I didn't like the fact that they left us so in the dark with no information with this.
Yes, that was so. Obviously, Spider-Man, one of the best games of last year, in my opinion. Absolutely loved it. I think they nailed it perfectly. I was shocked we haven't had such a good comic book game in such a long time. Since the Arkham series. And they absolutely it was brilliant, amazing, spectacular, the ultimate Spider-Man game, if you want to use all the spider puns. I'm looking forward to this, but the fact, like you said, is like at first we had that exec say, "Oh, it's an expansion," and then it was like, "No, it's DLC coming with a remastered version of Spider-Man 5 on the PS5," and then it was like, "No," and Insomniac had to come out and be like, "This is a standalone like Lost Legacy." Which is fine as well, but tell us what it is, because now there's going to be people that don't use Twitter.
No.
They're just going to watch that event, and now they're telling their friends, "Oh yeah, there's a brand new sequel starring a full-on game, 100-hour game starring Miles Morales."
Yeah.
It's like, well, how do you feel about them relegating Miles as well to a standalone? Because he's very popular at this moment in time with Into the Spider-Verse.
No, this is my issue is. So far, everything that, especially with the whole conference, as we'll go into it throughout this evening, but like I said, they go, "Oh, here's a standalone Spider-Man game," but if you don't use social media, it's like, well, I'm going to pre-order the PS5. It's the best thing. It's got the best exclusive day
launch.
one.
Yeah. Then, at launch, it nearly convinced me.
Yeah,
I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna have to get it."
Yeah, exactly, and if they didn't know that, and they went, but when day one went, "Oh, I'm buying this right now," and then, oh, wait, what? It's only 25 hours? Or, that's my estimation, by the way. But if you expect that rather than a full-blown game, it's just, you're just going to hit with disappointment. And I just don't understand where they're going with that. If they just wanted to set out from the start in this conference, they could easily said a small segment after the reveal, all would have been fine. Instead, we had to transfer through Twitter, forums, Reddit, everything just to find out that it's like I said, a Lost Legacy or the first standalone expansion. But
I was arguing with people on Discord.
Yeah.
I remember being in Don't Rage Quit stream, and I was like, "Oh, what do you think about it being like a standalone?" Same thing, because she was streaming and she was doing one of her long streams. She was just like, "It's an expansion, Nando." Yeah. I was like, "I'm pretty sure it's a standalone." And everyone in their chat was like, "It's an expansion."
Yeah.
And Rach gets like 100, nothing against Rach. She's obviously been misinformed. Then she went to stream. She's excited. She's talking about it. But just as an example, right, guys, of like even influencers, they're going to be telling on their YouTube channels, on their social media, on their streams, partnered streamers, they're gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm getting a PS5 day one. I'm gonna replay Spider-Man in 4K with the expansion. It's gonna be great, guys. And then it's like she comes off the stream, or anyone could have, a YouTuber in their comments gets, oh, did you not know it was a standalone? It's just they're unusually cryptic. Oh, and by the way, Gran Turismo's playing, and okay. I don't know about you. I'm not a car guy, so for me it was all right. Okay, look, it looks pretty. They're good tech demos. These car games, and for people that like them,
Well, but this is it. So as you know, I've got quite a wide variety of games I play. Like, I know on stream I play RPGs. A lot of my video content will be relatively around that. But I play a lot of things. Like, for me, this is all Sony have for racing games is Gran Turismo. So I can understand the hype of everyone goes, yes, GT7's out finally. I can understand the whole hype for it. It looks pretty. It's probably something I'd buy on a sale with my PS5 later next year.
Or if it comes with it. Or if it comes with it, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, exactly.
It comes in a bundle, like, oh, that's good.
But this is I felt like I said on my stream when we went and watched it on the review, the running theme so far is where's the release date? Where's anything? Because there isn't any.
It's marketing. It's marketing ploys, in my opinion. It's the way you're gonna get hype. Again, another person. We went into their stream afterwards after you streamed it, and Ratchet and Clank. I'm hyped for this. The remake, which I know you've not played yet, is phenomenal. It's Insomniac Games. It's amazing. Honestly, you need to play it. But not only that, so we went to Yummy's stream, and what happened, Nate? What did he think?
Again, he thought it was a launch.
Yeah, exactly. He thought, oh, this is a great launch title. Yeah. And it would be a great launch title, but they didn't even give a release. They didn't even say, like, holiday. No. They didn't say next year. It's just, hey, we're making this game, which is fine. Yeah. But at least when you're at when you're at the PlayStation reveal stream, your assumption is going to be, unless they give you a date, this must. And I wouldn't call anyone an idiot for thinking that. Like, this must be a launch game. Why? Well, it didn't say anything, and this is the PS5 reveal stream. So obviously, you almost feel like the idiot arguing with them. Like, well, duh, it's the PS5. They're gonna show off games that are coming with the PS5. Yeah. Sound logic. Yeah. Not the case. But this looks great. I love the like this. This is what we needed. Something that that a whole parallel dimension skipping. Yeah, that's a great display of next gen. Because next gen isn't going to be these like super awesome, amazing graphics. It's going to be like the layers, right? The layers of a game, how dense a game could be. So that you'll have like these multiple level designs running on top of each other for that to work, right? You can go through the portal at will. They're not scripted. So you're having two versions of that level, or 3 or 4 running. That is the power of next gen, not. So that's a brilliant display, but it's just, again, the cryptic. And I don't blame Insomniac as well, because they're just doing as they're told. They're part of the family now. They need, Sony says you can't say that. It's kind of like when actors are in an interview and they have a PR person looking over them. You're like, no, you can't say that about Iron Man. Yeah, we're not revealing that until. Oh, okay. So. Yeah, but that was. I really like that reveal.
Yeah, no, I love. This is the thing is, everyone's like, oh, Ratchet and Clank childhood. I agree. I loved, obviously, apart from the one on the PS4 that I haven't played yet, but it's on my list to play very soon. This is fantastic with the whole, like you said, the new next gen rifting. The game looks nice, crisp, colourful. It's everything you want on a launch title. 100%. If this is a launch title, I know people are gonna go, oh, you're backtracking, but I already said this already. If this is a launch title, this would make me buy a console.
Yeah, it's a console seller. It's a console shifter.
100%. Because I had a guess of they're gonna reveal Jak and Daxter remastered.
Yeah. A lot of people did.
A lot of people did. And yes, no, we didn't get that. But this is the next best thing in my opinion. It's brand new. It's all nice and fluffy and everything. Everyone loves it. But the hit they take is no information on it. Is it launch title? But by the sounds of it, no.
Don't know.
When's it coming out? We don't know.
Don't know. Yeah.
And I hope
Maybe.
I hope this doesn't get the Last Guardian effect of everyone's hyped wanting to play this game. It doesn't come out for another 2 years and it becomes dated. That's what I don't want.
I don't think it's like that. That tends to happen a lot. So the one problem Sony has as a Japanese company is obviously the culture shock where like, and Final Fantasy has this issue, right? They'll show Final Fantasy, Kingdom Hearts, a lot of Japanese developers do this. They'll show a game like at concept level. Like, this is what we're working on. It's coming out. And in the West, you don't do that, right? No. So you show a game, you assume this must be like a year or two off.
This is it.
So there is a bad habit of like showing something that's not going to come out. Well, look at Final Fantasy, like what, 7 years?
Well, since they first announced it, yeah, probably about that.
Longer.
Probably, yeah.
But like a Western studio like this, they'll show it where they're like, "This is alpha. Like we're ready to go on beta, and then we're ready to, but then we're beta, like we're testing it, and then it's gonna go gold kind of thing." You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I agree.
And that's what works in Microsoft's favor is they will not announce something like 6 years in advance.
Yeah.
Which also goes against them in the sense where people get the illusion of there's nothing coming on Xbox. Why are you going to get an Xbox? It's like, no, they just won't say anything until like Halo. 2 years.
Yeah, no. Yeah, it's one of the things that I want. I wish.
Speak of the Devils. Did. Sorry to interrupt you. If you look at your screen, speak of the Devils.
No, I know.
Who knows when this is coming out? Exactly. It doesn't even have a proper name. Project something. It looks amazing.
This is it. It looks fantastic. But one, is that its actual name? We don't know. Probably not. But B,
probably Final Fantasy 16. You know what I mean? Which is fine.
Yeah, again, it's fine. But the info is what we need, really. Like I said, the issue I've got is the whole no info thing. If they just clear cut, and I know a lot of this podcast is going to be us referring to Microsoft a lot. This isn't us going, this is a PlayStation.
Well, that's their main. That's their main competition.
This is it. So we because Microsoft is their main competition. Or we are doing a lot of so Microsoft did this, Microsoft did that. I'm in this situation. I'm completely unbiased. So when I'm comparing it, it's just saying, well, this is what it could do better. And this isn't me going, you know, Sony's terrible. Meh.
No, they're just like we said many times. Yeah. They're so cryptic. Like even the tech demos is a prime example, right? Yeah. They released that tech demo, like look what the PlayStation 5 can do, right? And again, we know people, we know influencers, content creators that took that and ran with it like that is a PS5 game.
Yeah.
And then how many times did you have to go to somebody that's a tech demo? They always do that.
And this
like
is
that's just what the engine can do on max settings in like a closed environment. That's not running game in real time. And they're like, no, but they had up and down.
Yeah.
Up and down, you know, the controls on screen. That was gameplay, Nando. And I'm like, really sorry to say this to you, it's really not.
No. But one thing they have, obviously, in the Sony event, they have got gameplay. They have stated.
Yeah.
They've also stated what stage their gameplay's at. Like Ratchet and Clank.
I'll give them that.
It's alpha. Fair enough. You know, we know it's not going to be the final product, but we know at least that's what it's from. Not, here's gameplay, and it's just a tech demo. I'd rather it be that than one another. You know, one thing, as you'll see throughout most of this, is yes, Sony's bringing out a load of indie devs with their little games, which one thing is that they've got really well is that their indie devs have made their little games, and you usually don't see this at a big event like this. Usually they have, like Nintendo, they have their little sections. Microsoft
Nindies or whatever they're called.
Yeah, Nindies, and you'd expect it's like in a state of play, not a big console reveal.
Yeah. I like kudos for being inclusive and letting the little guy have a shot. But this is about the third year in a row they've done this, which always, again, worries you when you're like, well, yes, you know, Sony fanboys will always tell you, they got the best exclusives. and they're not wrong, right? They're not wrong, but it's telling when you do a three threes in a row, and obviously there's no E3 this year, and it's the same first party games and then a load of directs. While it's on screen, what do you think of the new controller? Do you like it better than the DualShock 4 or the DualSense?
Going off first impressions, it's an improvement in my opinion on the DualShock 4 because it's chunkier. In my opinion, the analog sticks are still in the wrong position.
Well, they'll never move that now.
Well, this is it. It's just like it's the Sony design. Yes, again, I think it's improvements, but it also backtracks to that point of yes, it's got a touchpad. Yes, it looks better. The triggers are still look as bad as the other controller, unfortunately. Yes, it's got the little speaker which makes it more immersive, as most Sony fans will say. But it's also got an inbuilt microphone, which I don't see the point in ever having. You've got a headset. Why bother adding that into it?
At what point do you think that the controller itself is setting back the price of the PlayStation? Like the more you dump into that controller, like Xbox sometimes gets criticized, like you've not changed enough. Yeah. But they're like, well, we just improved and refined, and like that controller cannot be cheap.
No, I don't see it being cheap whatsoever. But it also
that controller is going to be
it's going to be
£70 a pop.
Yeah, I can see that. And the big thing for again is the color, the whole color scheme. Why change it? But at the end of the day, that's the way to go.
It's not a massive thing. There's going to be limited edition ones and stuff like that, right? So if you really don't like it, they're going to release a noir black or a Fanta black or something like that. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I know, because this is the thing. When I've still got the original PS4, I don't have the black controller because, with the length of time we had it, it's that original controller's not going to last. Actually, I got the nice little red limited edition one, or whatever they want to class it as now, which was fantastic. I hope they continue that because that standard.
There'll be a Spider-Man black. There'll be a black Spider-Man console with red lights instead of blue for Miles Morales. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I 110%. I really hope they do that.
I wouldn't. I have no doubt in my mind. No doubt in my mind whatsoever that that's going to happen.
Yeah.
So initially, I know we're not at the reveal of the console, but just going because of the controller. Initially, I thought the console would be very difficult to do something like multiple colors in that.
Yeah.
Somebody put a mock-up of a Cyberpunk, and actually, the white strangely lends itself very well to special editions. But that means, like, if you don't like the white, you're probably waiting for the Miles Morales edition or the Spider-Man 2 or the Horizon Zero Dawn blue and white. Well,
anything but white.
That'd be counterproductive, but yeah, you know what I mean. You're waiting for a special edition console.
Obviously, going forward, they just revealed Returnal. They haven't said any information on it, but it looks pretty cool, in my opinion.
It's another one of these concept ones, I think.
I honestly thought, before they obviously announced it's called Returnal, I thought it was a Lost Planet game because it had that sci-fi-esque shooter. I was like, oh, fantastic. But
I thought it was an expansion to Farpoint.
Oh yeah, of course.
The PlayStation VR game.
And this is one point that obviously Terry's in chat at the moment, and he's made a very good point at the moment. A lot of the games shown aren't PS5 exclusives.
No. Again, that goes back to my point of the crypticness of Sony. They are very it's like last year they said, chat. For those of you who didn't watch E3 or never caught up on this or never knew this, because again they keep it very. Control came out and social media went wild because it looked interesting, and it is a very highly revered game, which is also getting forwards compatibility on one console because we don't want to keep on naming it, and it's getting a 4K remaster on PlayStation. Remedy had to come out very angrily almost and was like, this is not an exclusive.
Yeah.
The way Sony made it out was, we're making a console exclusive game for that platform. This is something I like, though. If we go back to the positive,
yeah,
where has he been for
this
7 years?
This is it. So
I'm happy this is on the PlayStation 5.
Yeah, I agree. I hope this opens up the gateway to another Little Big Planet. Like, don't get me wrong.
A proper one?
Yeah, a proper one. I like the whole platforming experience. They're doing something new. I completely appreciate that. Again, Lost Planet was a console seller, in my opinion. If someone said to me, "Oh, back then you buying a PS3?" I don't know. Have you seen Little Big Planet? No, never heard of it. Well, look at this. And you see the creativity of an amazing game. They need this for the PS5.
I just like the fact that maybe they're finally going like, right, we like, because it seemed like for a while that, if you remember, this is showing our age. You remember like the late 90s, early 2000s, there was like a mascot war. So you had a console war and a mascot war. They were trying to make like Crash Bandicoot their mascot. Then they swapped to Spyro. They could never settle on one to compete with Mario. Like Sega had Sonic, Nintendo had Mario, and PlayStation just couldn't find one that was definitively PlayStation.
No.
Even Ratchet and Clank. They have so many cutesy characters. Jak and Daxter. They have so many cutesy characters. I hope maybe Sackboy. Sackboy is finally the competitor for. He's the right kind of character for me.
In my opinion, yeah. This is the thing. Like going back, like I said, Jak and Daxter, Ratchet and Clank. They bounce between so many, and it's only a small amount of advertising. They could have picked any of them, and everyone would have been fine with it. But they decided not to, and again, like we said, Sackboy seems to be that one that they need to keep rolling off of, because
definitely,
it's a cutesy little character,
very kid friendly,
child friendly, 100%. Adults love it as well because they've played the Little Big Planet games.
He's super customizable.
Yeah, exactly, and I find it bonkers that yes, they've now announced this platformer, but why not just roll off and bring out a Little Big Planet? Yes, we don't know what's going to be future down the line, we don't know at all, but in my opinion, when you want to, if you already heard the rumors, your console's got issues heating wise, you've seen what Microsoft done, surely you want to go, oh bam, Little Big Planet, just bring them doubters back. Obviously I know there's others throughout the show tonight, but going forward,
this is a weird game.
Yeah, Destruction All Stars, it's not for me, in my opinion. If there's
Rocket League meets Overwatch,
I just don't think that's the right mix. Like, I don't see how, like, obviously you got Rocket League
might be good, but I doubt it.
Well, this is it. Like, you got Rocket League with the, it's football with cars. You got Overwatch with the MOBA-esque first-person shooter with the lanes, the tanks, damage, DPS, and support
classes. Yeah.
How can you incorporate that into a car? I hope they prove me wrong, but I don't see the point of the whole vehicle system, and then jumping back into what, as it looks to be a third person, like esque brawler. I think it's too many ideas in one. This is what one thing when I first saw it announced, I was like, this looks cool.
This reminded me of Cameo.
Exactly.
Is this Ken now?
It is, yes.
Yeah. This is a good as well. Like, if this is a launch title, that people should pick this up. This looks like one of those titles where I feel like people are gonna miss out on it, and it's gonna be one of those brilliant games that becomes a cult classic. But it's on PC. And this is something we learned yesterday, isn't it, Nate? Like, we had... Exactly. So again, going back to the point of they're very weirdly cryptic about things. They made this out like this was a PS5 exclusive. Like, hey, we're doing... Like, even the two devs came up on the screen. They never said, it's coming out on PS5
and PC. A word. Like, just going off of first impressions of this game, it looks beautiful.
Yeah,
the art style is great.
Amazing.
It's child friendly, but it looks like one of them deceiving child friendly games.
Like older child, you rated. I wouldn't be surprised if this is like rated 12 or something.
Yeah, exactly that. But like I said, once we were watching the PC event yesterday, and you go, wait a minute, why is this here? It's a PlayStation exclusive. It's not.
Yeah.
And this is going into, like you said, the whole cryptic thing, where Microsoft did this really well. Everything they showed was exclusive, world exclusive, yada yada yada.
Console exclusive, yeah.
They
let you know it's only on Xbox in terms of console.
And this is it. They announced everything. They're nice, open, clear. They say what's on console, what platform. But the other big thing they did is they shown the next gen thing. They said, "Oh, Dirt is now in 60 frames or 120 frames."
Yeah. Tara brought that up as well.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Tara brought this up. They haven't mentioned anything for any Sony game of what capabilities. If they said 1080p 60, fine. At least say something rather than just leave it all quiet and go, they can find out if they buy a PlayStation, because I think that's wrong in my opinion. Because, yeah, you go, oh, here's my PS5. Wait, can you do 30 frames? Why am I buying a PS5 when the Xbox does 60 to 120? But
especially if it's going to be the price it is, then you're going to want to, like, you're getting PC range from the rumored prices, chat, like, who knows? There's been some listings. They're saying like anywhere between 600. This is UK as well. We're both from the UK, so £600. That would bring it to like $750 or something stupid like that.
Exactly. That's too expensive.
Americans don't include tax on their prices as well, so there's probably VAT and stuff like that on top of that. So that's ridiculous. This is weird. This was like a webtoon-esque design. Yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna.
I think this. Don't get me wrong. It's got a unique art style. It's not going to be for everyone. It's nice. They gave us at least a year, 2021. That's fine. But I think for me personally, I won't buy that day one. I'll wait until a sale happens, or if they go to PS Plus or something free.
Yeah. Or is it on PC as well? We don't know.
Yeah.
Is it?
Exactly. We don't know what is coming out on. I'm sure if I wanted to delve the links to Twitter and just to find out more info, I would, but it's not grabbed me enough to.
I shouldn't have to.
No, you shouldn't. You shouldn't have to worry about any of this. Like going, oh, is this coming out for this or is this exclusive? They should tell you this in the stream.
Yes, you're making purchasing choices based off this.
Well, this is it. I'm not saying as a big company like Sony to go and say, oh, by the way, this is coming out on Xbox and PC. Just say, is it a console exclusive or not? If it's a console exclusive, you know it's coming on to PS5 only. If they say it's on PS5 and other platforms, you're not advertising on other things. It's just giving the consumers a thing to say, oh, it's coming out on other things, not just PlayStation.
Consoles don't compete with PC as well.
No,
when we get down to brass tacks, PC player will buy a console anyways just to play the exclusive. So yeah, you're not really shooting yourself in the foot there. They seem to have this illusion that it does.
Yeah, and this is it. But while this is on now, this is a nice surprise. Oddworld.
Abe's Odyssey, yeah. This is weirding me out though, because Abe flip flops.
Yeah.
Right? Abe flip flops. It will be like a PS4 exclusive, then it'll be then the next game will be on Xbox, then the next game's on Vita, and then it goes back. They started off on Xbox, right, on the OG Xbox.
Yeah.
So again, is this exclusive? Or are they just getting a first look, like world premiere?
Yeah.
Hello, Nev. How you doing, dude? This one really confused me. I was like, but then again, like I said, they had one on the Vita.
Yeah.
And then they had one again back on Xbox, and then they had one on multi platforms.
Yeah, I'm hoping this time it's going to be, like I said, a world premiere on the Sony stream, but they don't flip flop between different things. They just go everywhere because they've got their fingers in every pie in it right now. So I don't see why they can't. You never know. Sony might have signed an exclusivity. We just don't know anything about it.
Timed exclusivity. That's the thing as well. Like a lot of the timed exclusivity, like Deathloop.
Yeah.
So they're saying it's exclusive on PS5, and then I feel like in a month's time we're gonna find out it's a timed exclusive. Like there are still people that believe that Final Fantasy is a PlayStation exclusive game.
Which
The
is
remake?
not. Yeah, which is not.
Yeah.
It's just timed exclusive. But the thing I don't understand about Deathloop, obviously we'll see that soon. But the thing what I don't understand is, if it is timed exclusive, why release it on PC as well? Because but again, going back to the whole Sony being cryptic, we don't know any information. Is it, PC and PS5 day one, that's it, and that will be it, or is it, like I said, exclusive to Xbox, to PS5 and PC, then it come out to Xbox at a later date? We just don't know.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of the third-party exclusives they seem to be losing of late, anyways, like Yakuza, Nier Automata.
I think this is
like
why they haven't announced.
Even Hellblade technically
Yeah.
was an exclusive, and then obviously Microsoft bought them. But what do you think about this before we keep on going down a rabbit hole of?
Yeah, this has a nice concept.
Do you see how he's like doing like the hand seals? I feel like a Naruto thing going on here.
It's like it looks nice, as you would expect from next gen.
Yeah.
Like you said, you've got the whole hand signs like for the jutsus from Naruto. They've got a nice first person combat system by the looks of it. I think it's something, again, we don't know much about it, but once we get just a little bit more gameplay of what's going on, then I think it might be.
You're fighting digital yokai or something like that. Because Japanese. It's a weird mix between horror, spirituality, and digital.
I was gonna say, I'm wondering if it's like the whole thing of like you jump in between IRL and like a video console.
Like our augmented reality.
Yeah, exactly.
But the premise is like 99% of Tokyo's disappeared. The population.
Yeah, it's a weird one. Like I said, again, I think I probably will pick it up, but not until I get more info.
Oh no, that game, I don't know. I'm kind of like, unless they do more gameplay reveal and it's absolutely awful, that will be. I doubt it's an exclusive. Again, I don't know because they don't really say. But I doubt it's an exclusive. I'll be picking that up one way or another.
Yeah.
Then we have more indie games, which is fine. I just don't think they're what you need on your console launch stream.
No, I don't think
said this before earlier in the podcast. I don't think they're, unless you have, like you said, Nintendo will do, where they go, hey guys, now time for some indie developers. We always, or like EA does it very cheesily, where they're like, oh, we got some indie devs, we like to help everyone, blah blah blah, here's a couple Yarny, Unraveled, etc. etc. Ubisoft does it now. Everyone likes to. I mean, are you an indie dev if you're getting published by a AAA?
This is the thing. I don't know, in my opinion. If you're getting published by someone that big,
you're blurring the lines here.
I don't think you are. Well, obviously it's done by an indie dev, but it doesn't class as an indie in that indie category for me.
Yeah,
it's just a third-party game, in my opinion. But I'll see if anyone else in the chat thinks otherwise. Let us know. Give us some insights. What do you think with indie devs with big publishers and stuff? Do you think they're still indies, or
when Xbox and PlayStation and Nintendo showed off, they're just saying this is on our platform. It's basically like the Apple Store. They're like, or the Google Play Store. They're like, this is coming out, and we thought it was cool, so we're featuring it, right? Like, this is just on our storefront. We're not publishing it technically or anything. You just have the ability to put it on there. But when EA and Ubisoft do it, well, they're publishing them.
This is see, never agrees at this point. They're not really.
Not
indies.
really. Yeah. They're like pseudo indies. They're like.
Yeah.
I don't know what to call them. They're kind of this like. They're trying to capitalize on that indie charm.
Yeah, exactly. Now moving from the whole indie thing. Yeah, what are we thinking about this?
I don't know. You know me. I play Destiny, so what do I know? I want to hear your opinions. I'm obviously into the looter shooter genre.
Yeah, I'm a fairly big fan of Borderlands. We're playing through Borderlands 3 at the moment, which is enjoyable. I don't think it's better than 2, but it is what it is. Obviously, it's done by Gearbox. It's a different type. It looks pretty,
So
in my opinion. I wouldn't
it is
play
done
this
by
solo.
it is done by the looter shooter
Yeah,
kind of creators, genre creators.
yeah.
So
It ticks the
I have,
boxes.
yeah, it has like Gears of War slash Devil May Cry
Yeah.
combat. That's why I was shocked that you didn't like it more. But
I
people say they
think,
get an Anthem feel from this as well.
yeah. I think the thing for me is it looks pretty. It looks like it. I hope it does well. But it looks like something I couldn't play solo.
Yeah,
If it's something I got with, say for example, I bought a PS5 and a good party of us got it, it'd be fun. But I think when you play it solo, that would just die out and get boresome quickly, in my opinion. I don't know.
kind of
Obviously,
reminds me of Warframe as well.
exactly. Now this, I'm actually quite excited for.
Which
It's
one's this one again?
it's the game, the indie game
Oh, like
title
by
made by Hyperlight Drifter.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I love their games. I love it. Everything they've made so far has been fantastic, and now to see they're branching out even more content and brand new IP.
Mm.
Hats off to them. It obviously clearly showed that they've done well in their previous games, and I hope they follow suit with it doing so well on this as well. Again, we don't know, is it a console exclusive or anything?
Is it on? Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Going off of their recent releases.
Was the other one a console exclusive?
No, so it's out on Switch now. It's on Steam. It's on
Right, okay.
both consoles, I believe. So it's got quite a nice branch to what they're releasing on. I'm assuming they're not going to go down the console exclusive route, and they've just taken the Sony's little. Oh, we'll show you on our show if you let us. If they let us show it as a world exclusive or something. But who knows? They might have just picked them up and kept them. But no,
Have you seen what George has put in your chat?
best content on Twitch. Okay.
Thanks, pal.
Thanks. I appreciate it, George. I appreciate you. Hope you're having a good evening. If you have any insights on what you think of the PS5 event, drop it in. We'll come to it, and we'll obviously go through what you've said.
I think it took a long time to get to the console reveal as well.
Yeah.
Like we had to go through a lot of games like Hitman, which
Yeah.
I don't know. Is anyone asking for Hitman?
I'm not asking for it. It's a nice addition, in my opinion. I played 1 and 2 with
The remakes?
Yeah, the episodic,
reboots?
whatever you want to class them as.
Yeah.
They were fun. I think they've left their roots a little bit with the whole stealthy side. It's more like, oh, this is your target. How creative can you get? Can you like bounce a throwing knife off a trash can to get a kill to get more points?
It's like even more than that. It's like, so you dress up as a chef, so you scare the pig knocks over the waiter, the bottle flips, hits the light drops into the pool, the lady in there gets killed, but that's not your target. The husband weeps, somebody else trips over him, who's carrying a knife, and then that knife stabs the person you're trying to kill. And you're like, what?
Yeah.
2 million points!
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure one of them, it's you have to poison someone with a drink, but you got to kill the chef to poison the food to go into the poison. It's
a lot of moving points, which is cool in its own respect.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like that's a separate, like, kind of what they're doing with Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
Valhalla. I feel like this could be like a separate genre. You don't need to try to run off the name of Hitman. But that's just me.
Well, yeah, it's like we said. There is a following for Hitman. It's quite popular. So for the big fans who love it, I can see they're happy for it, which I appreciate. What an interesting statement so far is George said he's not going to lie, but he's actually disappointed with both console reveals.
Fair enough. I might be a bit with George on this one. The only thing that's swaying me to Xbox, like I've mentioned many times, is the forward compatibility. So that basically means I'm banking on this gen's games being brought forward, like Cyberpunk, like Avengers, like Valhalla, like, you know. Oh, that's not entirely untrue. Obviously, there's a game coming up soon. I won't spoil it for your your video, your
Yeah.
podcast. Well, there is one that I got incredibly excited
I was gonna say,
for.
I know exactly what the segment is, and I've actually got a clip. I will obviously when it comes to re-editing or when we get to that point, I'll show it on stream or something. But I know exactly what you're on about. Like I said, in my opinion, right now I can't class the Xbox as a console reveal because they really revealed it without having a whole video for it. But,
Yeah, they're doing it like so. The Xbox 2020 thing it's obviously been delayed, but what it's actually supposed to be when I looked it up is the fact that it has so every month it was supposed to be like another tidbit. Obviously, then COVID-19 happened and they stopped doing that. They're obviously going to still do. I think they're still due for their June event because obviously there's no E3 or Gamescom, so they're replacing it with that, which is a shame, really. I really like Gamescom out of the two because it's a bit more intimate and it's based around actual players rather than corporate malarkey.
No, I agree.
But yeah, so in George, in one company's defense, there's more to reveal. I think PlayStation will have another state of play as well.
Yeah.
I think they're going to do this kind of like over time kind of reveals, little reveals here and there.
Yeah, no. I can also agree that George said it's not either company have had like games everyone's buzzing for. Obviously, I understand that. For me right now, obviously I'm buying the Xbox Day One. Like you said, it's got the forward compatibility. It's got the full backwards compatibility, which Sony clearly haven't done. But obviously Halo Day One is a seller for me in my opinion.
I don't know. I have a love-hate relationship with Halo now ever since 4.
Which I completely respect.
I'm hoping it's going to be good. I don't mind the current storyline. It's just been told very poorly. Like it's very Mass Effect as well. I kind of get bored of the technological singularity.
Yeah, that's fair. Like it's not for everyone. I understand because I when it got to Halo 4 for me, I dropped it as well until Halo 5 gameplay was actually really good.
Gameplay was amazing.
The whole esports came into it. I was like, right, this is the redemption. I'll give it a second chance.
It is going to be on Game Pass. You're absolutely right. So I don't have to pick it up.
Yeah,
I just get it, which is another thing that Sony are doing really, really well.
Yeah.
I mean, Xbox are doing really, really well. Is Game Pass. Yeah. But Nev said, "Are we not excited
for Horizon?"
For Horizon, I am. Yeah. I know you've not played the first one yet, Naughty Nate.
No, I haven't yet, no.
But Nev, when is it out? Who knows? All we saw was a cinematic trailer. We didn't see any gameplay. So, when is it out?
And obviously I'll go into more depth.
Could be 2 years, 3 years.
Yeah, and like I said, I'll go into more depth when it gets to the Horizon segment of the video. It's not that I'm not excited for Horizon. It's the lack of information. I think Horizon is a game a year for whenever it comes out, but we have no info when. I can't buy a PS5 on a game that's not even out yet, or even remotely close.
Like we're talking about buying one at launch, guys.
Yeah.
When we say this, we're talking about buying at launch. So exactly, like Horizon Zero Dawn coming out in 2023 isn't a reason for me to buy a PlayStation this Christmas.
No, it's not.
So I'll just wait for the price to drop and a Slim or a Pro model to come out, because you know they're going to do it.
It's going to happen.
And get it then. Yeah, there'll be like a 2 terabyte edition that's £100 cheaper than it is this year. And it'll be bundled with Horizon Zero Dawn. So I could wait for that.
And this is one thing that makes me laugh. Obviously, you mentioned the whole space of the console. It's not even a terabyte. It's not even a terabyte.
Oh no, it's not even
like
a terabyte. Yeah, it's not even a terabyte.
I'm like, yeah, I understand the speed, but why'd you go back? It's like they're going back towards the 500 gig rather than the terabyte. Which, in my opinion, I don't get.
Expandable this time, whereas the initial PS4 wasn't.
Yeah, I guess so. It is expandable. Obviously, they've done that for a reason. But it's, in my opinion, I think if you're going to go for all that speed and all that, just make it work out to a terabyte rather than the weird.
But again, they're trying to keep that cost down. Everyone forgets they're desperate to keep that cost down.
And that's probably because of the controller.
Yeah, maybe 700 gigabyte, you reckon, Taro, after the OS and the updates? Possibly. Never said some things. He said the new Halo is barely even being showed. Hard to make a decision on a game I haven't even. I get your point 110%, but do you not see the irony of that statement? You can't. I'm not harping on you, Nev, specifically, but I think there's a lot of bias towards PlayStation where people will say one thing. Well, they will be like, well, Xbox hasn't showed Halo, so how are you going to buy an Xbox based on that? Well, then you could be like, they've not shown me Horizon Zero Dawn. Yeah, but it'll be good. Why?
But exactly. And one other thing I will make a statement of, yes, they haven't shown anything on Halo, but I don't have to pay for Halo. I've got it on Game Pass.
There is that as well. But back to this. This is Luke, our friend Luke's favorite game of the reveal. This is weird. This is like some kind of, I don't know.
Well, it's
Viva
made,
Pinata.
Yeah.
The bug snacks?
Yeah, so it's made by the guys who made Octodad, which was fun. It's a nice cool little game. And I can see why people got excited over it. But it's not for me, in my opinion. Unless, like I said, they show some better gameplay. I just don't think it's for me. I might buy it on a sale or a free PS Plus game at most.
Yeah, definitely. That would be a PlayStation Plus.
Yeah.
Just one last point, Nev, if I'm all right to say to Nev, because I feel so he says, I know Spider-Man and Horizon will almost definitely be a good game based on the previous entry. So, again, by that logic, Halo 4 should have been a great game, but it wasn't, because studios can mess up, and sometimes they get forced to make sequels they don't want to do, and sometimes they just try to add something new and it doesn't work. Like Batman's a great example. The Arkham Knight series, or the Arkham Asylum series, right? 1 and 2, phenomenal, and then they come to Batman Arkham Knight, and it's all right. But they tried to add something new, and it didn't work. And the story was very left field. It's not for everyone. It was very jarring. I have more faith in Spider-Man and Ratchet and Clank, etc. I have a lot of faith in them, but you can't say for certain. You cannot say for certain, is my point. The new Halo could be... You've had it happen. Look at Devil May Cry. Look at Resident Evil is a prime example as well. You could have crap entries into the series. Like, Resident Evil was really bad, getting worse for about 3 games.
And then the redemption.
And this could be the redemption for Halo. This could be the downfall for Horizon. Maybe they're getting, you don't know what's going on behind this. Just give things the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I think Spider-Man's going to be phenomenal. I don't see how it couldn't be. They just have to make the next game but bigger and better. Yeah. Because that's what they say people want from a sequel, is they want the same thing but bigger and better. They don't. You like it for a reason. You don't need it reinvented.
And
you can add things to it.
Yeah.
But don't reinvent it.
Go back to your statement of Batman, Arkham Asylum, and Arkham City. That's exactly
Arkham Origins.
All of it. They just got better and bigger, better. That's what we want from a sequel. But yeah, like I said, it's not that. It's not. We're not saying it's going to be bad games, but going off of current information, what we have from Sony and Microsoft, I don't see how Microsoft isn't going to do better.
No, if this is day one, though, this can convert a lot of people, Nate. This is where I give Sony some credit right here. If this is day one, if this is day one, then fair play, Sony. I mean, that is going to shift consoles.
Yeah, again, if this, let's go back to the Ratchet and Clank statement. If the information was there, I'd be throwing my pre-order at a PS5 right now.
Yeah, I know you would, because you're a Bloodborne man. Yeah. Like, it's not for me. It wouldn't convince me, but like Taro, I'm sure he'd be on it day one.
There's a lot of people
in the chat. Nev would be on it day one.
100%.
You know what I mean?
No, I completely agree. If someone said to me, "Oh, are you going to buy PS5?" I don't know what's coming out. Ratchet and Clank.
Taro's even said it. Yeah, Ratchet and Clank might sway me.
Yeah.
Again, if it's day one, I'm good, guys.
This is it. I just don't see there's enough to warrant day one at the moment. Again, Taro's very... He loves his Xbox. He loves Microsoft Game Pass. But in a world where...
PC.
In a world, yeah, exactly. Loves the PC. But in a world where he's like, oh, I can play my favorite style of game. I can play it remastered on a brand new console, and it's not going to come out for anything else anytime soon.
So Never said something. If the Halo game looks really good, you best believe I'm very likely to get an Xbox. Now, here's something that Xbox are doing that is incredibly consumer friendly. You don't have to, Nev. You don't have to get the Xbox Series X to play Halo Infinite. You can play it on your Xbox One, and you can play it with people who own the Xbox One, and you'll get it free on Game Pass.
Yeah.
So you're basically being given a next-gen game. Yeah, you're getting the dumbed-down version for free.
But it's cross-platform between
and it's cross-platform.
X and
so
Xbox
if I have
One.
the Series X, I can play it with you.
Yeah, exactly.
So that is a real big game changer for me.
And this goes back to the whole, why does Microsoft not sell enough? The console sales, and why they're not as big is because they're released on PC. In my opinion, I don't think their console sales is their aim anymore. I think it's to make it the friendliest platform you can make.
Yeah. Now this would sway me personally. Yeah. I'm a huge Dishonored fan. To be perfectly honest, when people ask me why my name is ShinobiNando, people assume it's the chicken thing. Nando's, they think I like chicken and I like ninjas. I just really like stealth. Stealth games are my jam for a big time. There's not a lot of stealth games this gen, to be fair. There were the Dishonored games that came out, but I absolutely loved it. This would sway me. This would sway me.
No, I agree. I think it's a beautiful twist, in my opinion. The art style is just like in these little cutscenes, like the whole comic book effect. It looks fantastic. I kind of get like the do you remember game 13, the first person shooter?
Yes.
I get a very much of that like kind of art style effect to in their cutscenes, and then obviously gameplay goes back to Dishonored. But again, if they give us something else, obviously this is going to be on day one or very close to day one. This isn't enough for a console.
This would be very close to day one. I would be shocked if it's not day one.
Well, this is it. It's on its own. It's not enough for me to buy a console, but it's enough to sway me if something else joins up with it. In my opinion, I know. Yes.
The thing is, though, but for you, see, and this is the thing, chat. For you, this isn't exclusive to PlayStation.
No, it's not.
Like at the moment, for personal reasons, it's a catch-22. I could afford a PC, but I can't buy one right now, or personal reasons. I'd be living on the streets basically. If I spend $4,000 on a new PC or $2,000 or whatever, I could run Cyberpunk and all that on Ultra. But you can. So for you, again, like Kenna as well, that has been taken away, and we used this point to defend Xbox a minute ago, so we can't be hypocrites and call Sony out on it. But what we are saying is, where Xbox, I mean, I know they make PCs, so it's in their favor to announce coming out on PC, but Sony, just again, very cryptic. The devs either have to tell you on Twitter, they're annoyed. It's the crypticness that makes me annoyed with Sony sometimes.
No, I
like, oh yeah, this is exclusive to PlayStation. And then they go, no, it's not. They go, well, it's a console exclusive.
Yeah.
All right, we'll say it's a console exclusive. Don't. Because there's people who will buy a PlayStation 4 and then look on Steam and go, what? I already have a gaming PC. Why have I bought this?
Yeah.
And Homeless Nando at a 4K PC, exactly, Nev.
Yeah, exactly. This is exactly it. And just go back to the comment. Yes, I have a PC. Yes, it can probably run everything. The difference for me is because my office isn't so big, I can't really play. Like I can't couch co-op or anything like that. So for me, in my opinion, the reason I bought it on console is so I can take my PS5 or my Xbox One X downstairs, play with my other half, or when my friends over, they can all play as well. PC, I can't do that. Yes, I understand. Like, yes, it technically can, but in the space that I've got right now, I can't do it, and that's a thing that I have to incorporate and think about.
Here we go. Now we're talking about like a good reveal on this. Like, well, no, that's unfair. There was loads. There was good reveals, but this was the the cherry on top of
I
this
was gonna
stream.
say,
This was like
this is it. So Sony have done a very good job with some big-ish reveals. For me, they're not like jaw-dropping whatsoever.
well, yeah, but you've not
they-
played Horizon.
Well, we haven't got part to that part of the segment though, have we?
No, yeah.
Exactly. So at this point in time, there's not much jaw dropping at the moment. They filled in some like nice little gaps with indie games. We saw Kiana, all little things like that. That's fun. And then they bring this.
Yeah.
No one.
Well, they have a long-standing relationship with Capcom.
Well, this is it. But no one was expecting
No.
Resident Evil 8.
No, you weren't. No, definitely with this look as well. This is kind of very. At best, this is Silent Hills, and at worst, it looks maybe like an upscaled. Like, to be honest, I thought it was Resident Evil. Right, I'm not gonna lie, but I thought it was I thought this was the remake for 4.
Oh right, yeah, okay, I can get.
I honestly thought this. I honestly thought when I saw the castle in the background, I was like, this is, and this might. If you look at it. Because they said, oh, the symbol with the fetus, and the feathers, they were like, that is a massive hint, which kind of threw me for a loop. I was like, well, yeah, because it kind of looks like the fetus that you had to get off Evelyn in the in 7.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm thinking maybe is that the village from 4, and that's why they're like, we're remaking 4, because people are like, why aren't you you're remaking 4? Remake Code Veronica. What are you doing?
Exactly.
Like 4's perfect, and then it kind of makes sense.
And
if
again,
if Ethan's story takes place now in the new village, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it will. And again, Nev makes a very good point. He thought it was Outlast.
Yeah.
It's a first person horror. I at that point when I watched it, I didn't know what the hell it was. I had suspicions it was Resident Evil because I saw the umbrella symbol for a brief second, but I was like,
yes,
that
the
feels,
music box.
Yeah, I felt like that's a bit bait. Maybe it's a coincidence, but obviously it is what it is. But for me right now, it's the pinnacle of the show. Hats off.
What the hell is this? Remember, you thought it was like somebody was when you were streaming this live. Somebody was like, "Is this Death Stranding DLC? Is it part 2?"
I'm not gonna lie, I thought this was Death Stranding Part 2. I even thought, is this a weird crossover between Death Stranding and Dead Space?
And Dead Space, yeah. I thought maybe like, are we like, is this the thing? Death Stranding, yeah. Is this the thing where like we're gonna get just a load of these Lost Legacy spin-offs, and this is like the Death Stranding spin-off?
Yeah, I was gonna say this has Kojima written all over it.
Yeah, that suit kind of looks like the big suit he uses symbol.
Yeah.
Now, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. It's got the parcel on the back like it is in Death Stranding.
Yeah. And the weird shadowing and the hallucination. Who knows? I don't know. It feels... Maybe it's inspired. Maybe the devs were huge fans of his stuff. Because that happens a lot nowadays.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Kojima. It's been through some rough parts with Konami, but
Konami.
It is what it is. And for everyone who doesn't know what we're talking about, this was Pragmata.
Wait, is that its name? I didn't even pick up its name while we were watching. I was just like,
yeah,
I don't know what this is. I just want Hideo Kojima clearly wants to make a movie.
Yeah, they threw it like kind of in just before the ending cutscene, and then hit coming 2022. But yeah, anyone who will be listening to this podcast, that was Pragmata we're on about. Was the Kojima-esque game for anyone who didn't know.
What's next? Do you remember?
Good question.
It's got the Sony system. Should we catch up on chat?
They like to throw stuff in. What's going through on chat then? PC is way more helpful on a console. I 100% agree with this. Game remote, Death Stranding, and that PS3. That girl had PS3 hair. It's that could be my YouTube. I don't know.
I was gonna say the thing about a lot of Japanese games is they tend to have less resources than their American counterparts. Yeah. So you do get a big thing where like The main characters are incredibly detailed. Speaking about the difference between East and West, here we go.
Yeah.
The characters are very detailed. The main one, like, phenomenally, like, crazy. But then the side characters are a bit like, eh. You can always tell, like, this person's not important to the story. Why? Because their face is polygon.
Yeah.
But this is, I had no idea whether the voiceover. I was like, no, is this Horizon? And then I thought, is this like a Bioshock-esque game?
Yeah, and then this kicked in. It's like, okay.
Yeah, because I was saying throughout your stream, like, that's her voice.
Yeah, we was going through it a lot. I mean, like, is it?
People like, whose voice? And I was like, no, that's her voice. And then bang, straight away. What's a game? Yeah. Anyone who owns a PlayStation tells me they're a PlayStation fanboy or fangirl, and they haven't played this. It upsets me. I put a tweet out, guys. I put a tweet, and I was like joking, like some of the fake Sony fanboys and fangirls you get, where you're like, Sony's the best. We have the best exclusives, and I'm like, have you played Horizon Zero Dawn? Then that's my favorite Sony exclusive, and they're like, no, never heard of it. You're like, oh, okay.
Yeah. So what do you play?
FIFA, COD, Fortnite.
Yeah.
You never played Uncharted? No. Never played God of War? No. Ratchet and Clank? No. Spider-Man? No. Just, you know. I play Warzone as well, yeah. I play Warzone. Yeah. I'm just baffled. Guys, pick this up. Honestly, the storytelling has so many layers.
And for anyone,
you'll see.
I was going to say, for anyone who tries to argue, oh, I'm not buying a PlayStation 4 just for Horizon, it comes out on PC summer this year.
Even if you don't, you can get a pre-owned PlayStation for like £100.
Oh, I know, but you know, there's always the people of why I buy console for Horizon. I know the game's amazing. I know it's a masterpiece. I've got a PS4, so I should already be playing it.
You should already be playing it.
But in my opinion, is if I'm going to buy a complete edition now, but then wait a few months and get it on PC, I'll just wait.
By the time it comes out on PC, it's going to be out on PS5.
Well, exactly. I'll buy it for PS5 if I have to.
I feel like it's going to be on PS5. Yeah.
But yeah, one thing I will say is I'm happy they announced Horizon 2.
This game.
But it was
pterodactyls.
But it wasn't a shock in my opinion. It's always going to come.
I know. I just felt like it was really early, and then you kind of look at this, and people are going to be like, "Oh, it's gameplay," and I'll be like,
"No,
it's not. Though
it's not."
I'd love it to be gameplay. I've no doubt it will look very similar, but those are basic. Those are the cuts. Let's be honest.
And obviously, and Nev's like, you own a PS4, but you haven't played Horizon. Arrest this man. I agree. I have personal reasons why I haven't played Horizon. I won't go into it. I have reasons why I haven't played it. Obviously, if you want to go to Discord, we can talk about it another time. I'm happy to do that. But I haven't purposely left it out. I've got reasons for that. And obviously, with the backlog of everything that's come out that year and following on, I just never got around to playing it.
I mean, like I said to you, for me, it's more like when you go into a conversation with somebody and they say PlayStation's the best.
Yeah.
And you don't even play the games that make PlayStation like phenomenal.
Yeah.
That upsets me. Like if you're gonna tote about it on and on and on and on and say it's the best, you know, they're the best company, at least play the things that sway people towards that mindset. Is what really frustrates me. Never. Do you know what? It's funny. I don't want to call him out. And Cammy, if you are listening, man, love you. But Cammy was one of these. Not that we ever got in an argument, but like recently, I've noticed he's been like, "Oh yeah, I need to." Been playing through the Uncharted collection. I was like, "What?" But it has come out free, so I suppose price is always a factor. You can't judge people on that. It's just when you get those hardcores that try to tell me,
no,
I'm a massive Sony fan.
Nev comes out with it's like a $5 on CD Keys. We're talking on Discord. I had a quick look on CD Keys the other day, and the only PS4 edition I can see was for US and Canada. But again, we can go back to it at another point. And obviously now here's it near the end, but the console reveal. It's the router.
It's the router. Oh god. Oh, this has been memed. Like KSI
Yeah.
had a video of him just reacting to this. I personally, I know you like it, especially with like how, you know what I mean. It looks like a PC series. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think both consoles look very good. The discless version, in my opinion, looks a lot better than
Mm-hmm.
the disc version. Like the weird, it's just a very weird on PlayStation-y shape.
Yeah. If personally,
You get what I mean?
Personally, if I was them, if you're gonna make a console in this design and add a disc tray on the side, just give them a USB disc drive rather than just adding a little bump at the end to make it look ugly.
It is a very strange design, in my opinion.
Yeah. Personally, it's not for me. But I can see why people like it. I can see why, you know, the black and white. Obviously, like I said earlier in the podcast, I don't get why it went from black to white. But, you know,
like I said, I like the controller. I actually like the controller. I know you
Yeah.
had mixed feelings at first, but the console for me, no. I mean, both of them are a bit, but it's gonna get redesigned. Here's the thing, though. It's gonna go under a desk, and it's gonna be redesigned. For me, the look of the console wasn't really the big thing to take away. I just wanted more information on the console in general.
Yeah.
And I don't really feel like I got that. I know it's going to come with a camera now. Well, not come with a camera. It's going to have a camera. It's going to have the new Pulse headset, which I expect because of the new ray tracing and HD audio and etc. 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 But I wasn't like overly thrilled by it. Like it didn't make me go, "Oh, damn, that's a good-looking console. I want that purely for the aesthetic." But like I said to you, I showed you a mock-up.
Yeah.
Of what it could look like as a special edition. And again, when you replace the white with a color or the branding on the side of a game, I can get on board with that. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, like you said, if they said, here's Spider-Man 2, I'm not saying they will, but if they went with Spider-Man 2 with Miles Morales, black with red lighting, I'd buy it.
Or a Star Wars console, like a Darth Vader one again. Instant.
So
I'd
much
be
they
like,
can do with
yep.
it. And obviously Nev made that point. The potential of a lot of PS5 special editions will be there. It's 100%.
I originally was like unconvinced. I was like, nah, there's no way you can get a proper special edition on this. This is going to make it really awkward. And then, like I said, I saw people's mock-ups in concepts, and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. No,
okay. All right. But I don't have that kind of artistic mind to think like that, though. That's the issue.
Maybe one day we will, but I don't know. Okay, well, how about we've gone through the event. We're gonna have a quick blast off of some pros and cons.
Okay. Or do you want to do like initial, like not initial, but like final thoughts on the event as a whole?
Yeah, but okay. So final verdict so far. The overall, I think the Sony event was very underwhelming. The lack of info was the biggest point. In my opinion, you can't go and say, oh, look at all these games for a console reveal with no information or dates. That's just facts. Anyone can argue with me. They can say, oh, but Ratchet and Clank, no release date. Oh, Horizon, don't even have gameplay footage, no release date. Can you see the running theme here?
We don't even need a release date. Just say this will be available at launch. That's all you want. You don't even, because fair enough, like we don't have a release date for Xbox, right? So, but we do, like, but we know what games are coming up on launch. Yeah, that's my point. It's like, I know that Halo's day one. I know that Hellblade's day one. I know that this is day one. I know that that's day one. I just really don't know.
And the thing is
what I'm getting day one on PlayStation.
This is it. And it makes it easier, in my opinion, especially with the whole smart delivery system. This is the point, and people, I've argued with people for a few days about this now. This is Sony's chance to say we have forward compatibility with smart delivery or something similar, some form of backwards compatibility. We had nothing, absolutely no info whatsoever. So in a console reveal, when you don't have that information, why would people buy it? Yes, the Sony fanboys have their little cult of, I'm buying it because I'm a Sony fanboy. no questions asked. I understand there's some people, but for a consumer who has an unbiased opinion of each one, which one they're going to buy, there's not
They just
enough
want
info.
what they, the quote unquote better console.
Exactly.
Overall, yeah, no, I know what you're saying.
But the Sony show did the things, like I said, they had their flashy images, they had the intro.
Yeah.
The initial intro was fantastic with the whole aesthetics between the different generations of PlayStation.
It was more memorable.
Yeah,
I think than the Xbox reveal.
Yeah, but the thing is, they should never have opened up with GTA 5. If they had done that whole the whole Sony thing, going through generations, bringing back all his memories, and bam, hits you
want to open
Spider-Man
with I was gonna say Ratchet and Clank.
Well,
if you're gonna go do the nostalgia bait, then do this nostalgia bait. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, no, I agree. To be honest, now I think of it, that's probably the better way to do it.
Like give me like hit me with those classic PlayStation titles.
But instead, they hit us with GTA 5 that's come out since PS3.
Yeah,
it is what it is. I'm sure they have their reasons for it. But
we know there's going to be another event.
You
know what I mean? I'd be very because if this was going to be their E3, then they're 110% going to have a Gamescom one. They're going to announce a price. You know what I mean? As long as it's not another TED Talk.
Yeah,
that's the thing I'll give them. It wasn't another TED Talk. Like it could have been CEO that I don't know anymore. You know, we were saying like they don't have a Phil Spencer. They don't have or Reggie or something equivalent. They just I don't know.
No, I completely agree. What we got saying from chat? Anyway, GTA 5 thing would have been okay as if they used it to announce forward compatibility. Completely agree.
Yeah, initially I thought that was their goal.
I was hoping it was. Yeah, that's what I thought it was. Instead, it's just Rockstar's obviously nowhere near GTA 6, so like, throw it in there, please, buddy. Thanks. Sony's next event will give them the chance to redeem a lot of their shortcomings. I hope so.
I think both events will. Like, I think Xbox and PlayStation have a big chance. I hope they're not half as cryptic as they were this time. I'm hoping that this time they can't be, though. They can't be, Nate, on the next one. They have to be, because the next one onwards is where people, because not everyone follows gaming news like we were saying before. So the onwards from this event is where people will make their final decision. You know, there's people out there saying, "Oh, the price won't affect me. I'm a Sony for life." And if you're listening to this, and you know when it's uploaded on YouTube and Spotify, then don't be biased. I tell people, you know what I mean. Don't be loyal to a brand, because that's how you get like what happened with the PS3. And that's what you get. What happened with the Xbox One when it initially tried to launch with DRM, because they just get cocky and they think, well, we'll just buy it anyway.
Yeah.
Vote with your wallet, as they say.
Exactly, and this is the thing. If you, like I said, we've seen the potential leaks, if you want to call it that, or placeholders by UK retailers saying you're looking at $650 for the disc version of the PS5.
Yeah.
What if you're like, I'm going to buy it? Oh, it's $650. How much is the Xbox? Even if it's £100 cheaper.
I reckon it's $450.
Yeah, I think it is. At that price difference, it's a no-brainer to at least consider it, in my opinion. You can't say...
Yeah. We're never going to convert people, but I'm just saying, like, be smart with your purchases. You don't need one... Okay, so my final verdict is you do not need a PlayStation 5 this holiday season, from what they have shown me. And at those prices...
Yeah.
I mean, you don't... I'm going to go out here and be unbiased. You don't need an Xbox Series X this holiday season.
No.
They're going to get a slim. They're gonna do a refined version in a year, in 2 years' time. Get it when Horizon Zero Dawn comes out.
Exactly.
Right? If you're a hardcore Sony fan and you love the exclusives, get it when the big exclusives come out. I mean, Miles Morales, I'm sure it's gonna be a phenomenal game. Right? Absolutely amazing game. But it is a spin-off.
Yeah.
So we're looking at 25 hours You're going to be in a contained portion of Manhattan. I guarantee it. That's how those games work. But again, Nev in the chat, guys. Dude, I'd even say to you, if Xbox don't reveal anything big enough, play Halo on. Yeah. This is where I don't want to get in a massive debate and ruin your podcast about Sony by bringing up. We've done that enough, but
yeah.
At least on the Xbox side of things, I like the fact that like Nev, who's in the chat now while we're live streaming, is a prime example. He's like, "Oh, I'll get the Series X, play Halo." You don't need to though, dude. And I'm not just addressing you, like picking you out of the crowd. I mean this to anyone. You don't need to. You can just and play it now.
Well, but this is it. Like people are like, "Oh, shall I?" You know, the jump obviously was saying, you know, you got the 2 next gen consoles. Yes, the prices are gonna be whatever they are, 450, 500. Who says you need to buy a next gen this console? You can just buy.
Well, that's what I was gonna say, Nate.
Like,
should we just put up? Should I ask you this question? Give me your honest opinion.
Go on.
So, if you were not a content creator / influencer, whatever people want to call us, right? Yep. Like, would you get one this year?
If I wasn't a content creator right now, in the situation I am with a PS4 and a
just
1X,
a normal guy, yeah,
I wouldn't buy one.
Ghost of Tsushima's coming out.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't buy one. And this is why. It's like you said. Yes, they look nice. They look flashy. Yes, they're gonna have next gen games on it. In my opinion, because Microsoft have their own platform where everything's gonna work on each console. If it's Xbox, One X, or Series X, all 3 they're going to work. All 3 are cross-platform between the three consoles. So you don't need to buy one day one, in my opinion.
Well, Nev's even Terrascole's even said.
Yeah, play it on PC. But like I said, because of the situation,
you're not missing out yet.
No, not yet. Next year, maybe. If Sony and Microsoft then release version 2.0 of their next reveals,
or 1.5 or whatever, yeah.
And they blow everyone out of the water with something amazing, then maybe I'll change my mind.
Sick exclusives,
yeah,
guaranteed a lot. Now, bear in mind that we're filming this at the time of recording, where we don't have a price, so we don't know what's at launch. No. Obviously, if, like you say, if they come out and they're like, well, Ratchet and Clank Day 1,
yeah,
or something to that effect, fair enough.
Well, this is it, and this is what I said at the start. We're gonna do this podcast. Are gonna start coming through the points of when the new reveals arrive. It may come point, say next, whenever the next 2 reveals are. We do the Xbox One. We're solid pro. Xbox has blown everyone out of the water. If Sony announced, like I said, Ratchet and Clank Day 1, Demon Souls, like a solid lineup.
Day 1, yeah.
It's hard not to say no, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But yeah, final verdict right now. If anyone wants an answer of what console should they buy right now, save your money. Hold off if you can. If you got the money and you think it's nice to have, you select whatever you think's best for you. If you're hesitant about it, wait. Just play it on your Xbox or your PS4, and wait until the new stuff comes out. In my opinion.
Definitely. I agree. I 110% agree. There is no reason for me to get a PlayStation on launch. At the moment, there's no real reason for me, outside of being an influencer / content creator, whatever you want to call us, to get a Xbox Series X.
Like I said, the only reason I'm buying one is it's a night. Like I said, it's nice to have. I want to put out the best content I can, so the Series X will do that, and that's the only reason. Hats off. Obviously, now we've gone through our verdicts. I think it's time we should get some people with their opinions. Obviously, we're reading our chat, but obviously we can have some people involved in the Discord just to give them their live opinions rather than type, and then wait. Yeah. So first of all, we'll go through and get Taro into the Discord. Get him to give us his feedback and thoughts on it. And then if Nev, if you want to come hop into Discord, we can get you in and get your opinions, and then we'll start ending up from there. Taro, what's your thoughts on the PS5 reveals? What have they done bad, good, whatever?
Sorry about the dog, guys.
It's okay.
I would say a lot of that is on PC as well. So that just negates the fact of getting the PS5, and they didn't even tell you that. Like they said, they're sneaky.
Yeah, we said that a lot in the
They're
throughout. Maybe too
very
much.
sneaky about that. Like they assume, like, oh, you have to get a PS5 to play. I don't know, what's that one, Bug Snack or whatever? But that's on PC.
Oh, that one's on PC as well.
Yeah, that one's on PC as well. I found a list. Right. There was maybe like 4 games they showed that were exclusive. It was Spider-Man, Ratchet and Clank, Demon Souls, and maybe like one other.
Yeah, so
maybe one or 2 others. Everything else, like Resident Evil 8, obviously that's on everything.
Yeah. I'd be so mad if that wasn't. Do you know if they were like exclusive for 1 year on PlayStation? I'd be like, I hate you guys. I'd honestly, out of protest, not. I'd be like,
honestly, I like I'd rather if it's exclusive, just have it be exclusive, not do this time thing.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of timed exclusivity.
Yes.
Not for a year. People back chat like, Xbox did it. They did it for a month at best, and it was a map. It was a Call of Duty map. They never frickin' once they did. I'll take that back. I'll take that back before somebody calls me out in the comments. They did it with the Rise of the
Tomb Raider. Yeah, but they realized they made a mistake with that though, so they didn't do it anymore.
I was gonna say,
Phil Spencer even said it. He's like,
I was gonna say, going off of what we know at the moment, going off exclusives. So as we know right now, on the PS5 we have Ratchet and Clank, Gran Turismo 7, the remake of Demon Souls.
Yep.
The Spider-Man expansion, like we said, Little Big Planet. That's it.
Yeah, Gran Turismo and Little Big Planet are also exclusive. Yeah. So that's why 5.
And that's it.
5.
I would hazard a guess that Demon Souls will eventually come to PC. I'm just putting it out there.
Yeah, no, I
get a weird feeling. Or at least Nintendo Switch, because everything comes to the Switch.
So this is it. So like that small amount, like at the moment, is not enough to even contemplate the console right now, in my opinion. Especially when the half it's not even coming out this year. And then you go across to looking at again the Xbox. Obviously, not all this is gonna be day one. But you got Halo Infinite, you got Hellblade, you got Everwild, you got Project Mara, you got The Medium, you got Scorn, The Ascent, Call of Sea. Obviously, they're all coming out on some PC and console.
Yeah.
Then you got the interesting of Age of Empires 4. Oh, that's a nice interest. Gears Tactics finally coming to the console. In my opinion, that should have been day one on console anyway, because it has full compatibility of controller. And then you've got Tammy Y, Crossfire X, Bright Memory Infinite, Grounded, and Battletoads. Obviously, in the July event, they announced X, Y, and Z. They could be anything. They could say, here's Forza 8, here's a Fable.
Oh, there's a Forza coming.
Yeah.
We know this.
So comparing at the moment on first impression, like I said, you don't need to buy them day one. I wouldn't if I wasn't a content creator. But going off of that, if you're a unbiased consumer, it's very heavily towards the Xbox right now, in my opinion.
Unless you're future-proofing yourself. But again, I don't see... So if you're doing this from a financial standpoint, obviously we don't know the prices 110%, but I don't know, it just seems like £600 is a freaking big ask for a 25-hour version of Spider-Man. Yeah. Even though Miles is one of my favorite characters, one of my favorite Spider-Man. I joked during your stream, if it was Miguel O'Hara, I'd have to do it in a heartbeat. Yeah. But yeah, I just think it's really, really not like I wouldn't buy a PS4 for a Lost Legacy. I wouldn't buy if it were the remaster, like the initial leak. They're like, it's a remaster featuring the expansion. I'd be like, okay, I could get behind that maybe. So getting a full game at 8K, 60 frames, all the tweaks, so Spider-Man swinging faster because that was a massive complaint.
Yeah.
No way it's gonna be 8K. It'll be 4K.
No.
Well, most likely, yeah.
Unless capable, but I don't see it happening, in my opinion.
The only thing that would be 8K is like something like Minecraft or something.
Ray tracing Minecraft. Ooh.
Minecraft.
Do you know 8K. What? People joked about that, but then when it got the PC/Xbox One X upgrade, and actually I was like, oh, fair enough. It actually does look pretty good.
No, I agree. Is there anything that you
Little Big Planet.
don't agree with what we've stated in the podcast so far, Terry?
No, I'm basically right where you guys are. Like I said, the only thing I might get PS5 first is if it's Demon Souls as a launch title. Because technically, I could still play everything on Xbox on my PC and on my Xbox One.
Yeah.
So I don't technically need the Series X right now.
It's like you said. It's all cross-platform between the two consoles, between Series X and Xbox One X and Xbox One. So you don't need it really, to be honest.
No.
But if you can, you want it, go ahead.
But I've been thinking I'm definitely going digital for PS5 if I get it, because I'm not going to use it very much, and I'd rather have the cheaper of the two.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
You buy a lot of digital though.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, as well. So
perfect. And obviously, going forward in future events, is there anything you're looking forward to playing? Like, is there anything you want to be announced that obviously it hasn't at the moment?
Yeah,
for a PlayStation, probably like, maybe God of War 2.
Yeah.
Bloodborne 2? No. Oh no, you said you.
I actually don't want Bloodborne 2. I would like a 60 FPS Bloodborne, hopefully on PC, but maybe PS5. More likely, probably on PS5.
Like a remaster.
Honestly,
it
should just be backwards compatible, and then they just add a PS5 patch to it.
Yeah.
That's what I would like to see. But they never even added a PS4 Pro patch to that game.
Yeah.
So I don't know, because they did a PS4 patch for Dark Souls 3, so it runs at 40 FPS instead of 30.
Yeah, it makes no sense they didn't add that either for Bloodborne, but it is what it is. Okay.
They have limited resources. That you gotta remember, FromSoft is pretty big, but they're not like massive. Activision or
I mean, they can't self-publish themselves. They're not that big. They need either like look at Sekiro was Activision published, Bloodborne published by Sony, Dark Souls published by Bandai Namco.
Yeah, they swap publishers. My point was being like they don't have the resources. If they're working on a new game, they don't have the resources to be doing like a massive patch for an older game. Do you know what I mean?
I do.
When it only sells on one console, whereas obviously you're gonna put your money where your resources are gonna be best to use. So for like Dark Souls being on everything, you're gonna we better patch that better. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I completely agree.
Yeah.
Completely agree.
Whereas like Bloodborne's like, well, it's kind of a niche game that sold all right on PlayStation.
Yeah. Also, while we're going through this, obviously, Terry, thank you for coming on and giving your thoughts. It's been, like I said earlier, I wanted to hear voices of the community, so it's also great. Before we move on to our next guest, which will be Nev, do you have any closing statements that you want to think of and going through for the next generation?
No, I mean, regardless, I'm excited for new consoles, new hardware. It's just gonna, at the end of the day, new hardware is just gonna help advance PC as well.
Yeah.
It's true.
That's where I'm at most of the time, 95% of the time.
Awesome.
But so yeah, I'm excited. At the end of the day, Xbox or PlayStation, they're both gonna be good.
Perfect. And obviously, going forward with future podcasts, when we get to the Microsoft events and that, would you come back and give more thoughts?
Yeah, of course.
Fantastic. Perfect. Well, thanks for joining us, Terry. We're gonna get Nev into it, and we'll speak to you soon.
Yep.
Thanks, buddy.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Yeah. Hey, Nev. How's it going?
Hello.
Nev, what's your thoughts?
Honestly, they've actually changed after what Nando said. Let me just mute the stream quickly. It's echoing.
Hello?
When Nando, I don't know, like, I was sort of set on getting one of them, but like, I don't know, after listening to the stream, I don't know if they're really, like, they don't seem necessary. Like, in my opinion, if I had like X, One X, I probably wouldn't upgrade.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't need to. And with the PS5, there's not enough dates. It's just a lot of good games, but no dates for them really.
Yeah.
And I don't know how long I'm gonna have to wait to play a lot of these games. If they gave a lot more like solid dates, and like Demon Souls was maybe a launch, I'd be a lot more likely to buy it. But
No, I completely agree.
like,
It's one
with
of
an
those things we said, didn't it? Was if they give us more information instead of being cryptic, it'd make decisions easier for everyone.
Yeah, like I feel like the Xbox Series X is basically just the Xbox One X with better graphics. Like, because the Xbox One X, I think is it 2 years where there's no like Series X exclusive games, so you can play every single game on an X like
Yeah,
normally.
exactly.
Just maybe slightly worse graphics, but
Yeah. And this is the thing we said in the final verdict. If I wasn't a content creator and I was that worried about the better graphics, I wouldn't buy one because you don't need it.
it seemed like quite a luxury, to be honest.
Yeah, it completely is, in my opinion. I think it is. Like I said, we obviously there's going to be 2 more shows, at least 2 more shows between Sony and Microsoft. They're going to show new stuff. Hopefully they bring a reason to buy one. I really do, because right now there isn't. But you know, we just don't know at the end of the day. What are you looking forward to, or wanting to hear announcement wise from either Sony or Microsoft?
I feel like they've announced all the big titles. Like, you won't get like a God of War 2 announcement anytime soon, or something like that. If Sony announced forwards compat, I'd be a lot more interested, because right now, I don't know how many of my games I'm going to be able to play on PS5 anyway. Like Cyberpunk, I'll probably have to buy that again unless they introduce forwards compat. They're probably going to end up re-releasing The Last of Us 2.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's going to be forwards compatible either. Whereas Xbox, at least if you bought an Xbox Series X, you've got all your games, so you're not going to miss out on anything. But if I upgrade to a PS5, I don't know what games I'm not going to be able to play, at least for a while, until they introduce it.
Yeah, no, and this is the thing, is this is their opportunity to announce that, in my opinion, but they didn't.
Yeah, I was actually quite hopeful, but the fact that they didn't announce it, I'm just thinking they probably aren't going to do it.
Yeah.
Because that'd be like a big thing you'd mention. It's just a big selling point.
Yeah, it's like the whole thing going back to when the Xbox One and the PS4 was announced. Obviously, Microsoft went first, and they said about the whole game sharing thing wasn't going to be a thing, and straight away Sony hit back with, "Oh, you want to share a game?" Just literally handed it to them.
Yeah.
You know, if they've got something, that's the first thing you hit back with. But they've done nothing. They've been so quiet.
Yeah, if anything, Xbox can really probably outdo Sony. If they have they acquired all the studios, didn't they? If they have a few good games ready, they already have like a lot more features. And I'm not gonna lie, I think Game Pass is pretty good. And you've got the backwards compat, which is really good. Forwards compat, like at the moment, all they're missing out on is games, which is quite a big thing.
Yeah.
But if Xbox had games, I'd be very likely to get an Xbox. Like Halo already interests me quite a lot. It's just I haven't seen a lot of it. Like 4 and 5 were really meh, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I can see that. I think the thing with Halo 5 was the actual gameplay was good. It had a strong multiplayer background rather than the story driven that everyone wanted.
Yeah.
So give some hope, but at the end of the day, we without seeing anything, we don't know what it's going to be like. It could have went from normal sci-fi-esque Halo to completely different cyberpunky wise. We just don't know without seeing anything.
Yeah, I wish they'd have shown a lot, but I assume they're going to show something the next show. Seems it's like a day one. They've got to have something ready.
No, I completely agree.
Honestly though, I'm tempted just to wait for like a slim or a pro version.
Yeah, I think it's the best way. To be honest, I think it will be the way to go. Is just wait, hold off. Like I said, I might not even get Horizon until the PS5 until Horizon comes out, because it makes sense. That's the only thing to do.
I feel like then at least at that point you'd have a few games be like already waiting for you.
Yeah, exactly. It's just
I
think it's that waiting game. Yeah. Perfect.
Need prices.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I think. Please tell me how much it costs.
Perfect.
Like there was that 650 one, wasn't it? But was that just a placeholder or?
Yeah.
Could be.
It could be, but I was having a think and I was like 650 is like pretty.
Well, they need to make a profit.
It's believable.
It's already been rumored that Sony's not going to make profit from their consoles. We already know they're selling at a loss. But how much of a loss is another story.
Yeah, it's how much they can afford to lose. Because Sony, while PlayStation does incredibly well, obviously it's the most popular console, at the minute, one of the most popular platforms. Sony as a whole hasn't been doing great for like a decade.
No.
Like, if it weren't, I fully believe if it weren't for them lending Spider-Man to the MCU, their movie side would have died as well.
Yeah.
Because they had like 3 Spider-Man flops pretty much in a row almost. I know there's people that love Andrew Garfield, but like people are just like, why is Spider-Man not in Avengers? And that really hurt them.
Yeah.
Obviously, they made that wise.
Yeah, obviously it was up in the air at one point between 1 and 2. Was it between the first Homecoming and Far From Home? There was like a spat of is it gonna get re-signed?
Yeah, I
Obviously
wouldn't be
they did,
surprised
but-
if that film didn't have an alternate ending where
Yeah.
Mysterio was really from an alternate universe,
Yeah,
just to
yeah,
explain how Tom Holland got there.
Yeah, no, I completely agree.
It's pretty insane that they own Spider-Man. To be honest, I
Yeah.
think they weren't they able to like have bought all of like the Marvel characters.
They
but
could have
only
done
bought
so much.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, there was a point in time where they could have bought a lot. Instead, they just left it going. They picked up, like you said, Spider-Man, Venom. And
Yeah.
that's it. And now
That's all we got.
the Disney Empire's rised, but it is what it
Yeah.
is.
Disney's gonna own consoles anyway next year.
Disney's
I know,
got
yeah, it'll be the
everything.
Disney PlayStation 5.
It will be. Have little Mickey Mouse's symbol in the corner.
That's why it looks the way it does, because eventually
Yeah.
those will become ears.
Oh, there we go. Perfect. Well, I think we're good to start ending it up there. Is there any final words you wanted to have, Nev, before we end up?
There's not really much, to be honest. I think I've said everything.
Fantastic. And obviously going forward, like I said, we're going to do feature events. Would you be happy to come back?
I'd be more than happy, yeah.
Fantastic. Well, thanks for joining us, Nev, and we will speak to you very soon.
Thanks for having me on. See you later.
Thanks, buddy. Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Right. Well, I think that's it from me on the PS5 event. Do you have any closing words, Nando?
Just to be honest, guys, we might come off as like we're being Xbox biased, but to be honest, both have been lackluster reveals.
Yeah.
I think this has been, if we had an E3, if it wasn't for the virus, this would have been one of the weakest
I agree.
in a long time. We should be really excited. Is what I'm going to take away from this. We should be over the moon. We should be like, the console war should be going. Like, you have people on both sides of the console war, and it shouldn't be a console war on one hand, but on the other hand, you know, it is what it is. That's what it's always been. That are starting to concede because everything's just a bit. It's all a bit gray, and this is the time for them to compete and like one up each other. And I feel like they're both just kind of like,
Yeah, no, it's like I said, I think if this was an E3, it'd be to be honest, if this was E3 right now, this would be very lackluster. I think Nintendo might have run away with it, to be honest. We obviously don't know anything what Nintendo's doing.
we need to see the Nintendo Direct, which hopefully I hope you do a podcast for as well.
I will be. One thing I will state now is all big events going forward for consoles and stuff, we'll be doing a podcast on, or rolling at least something into the whatever we're doing that week, month, whenever it is. But yeah, like Nev said, Nintendo they're not trying to compare. They're just doing their own little thing.
No, they're doing their own thing.
But because
They released a Pro.
Yeah, but the thing is we already know that's not their goal. But comparing at the moment from what we have, they'll run away with it without even noticing. But
They'll win the race without even entering.
yeah, exactly. Okay, well, I think that's time to finish up on the Sony PS5 game show. And once we get to the next discussion of whatever the next podcast will be, it will all be up info-wise on Twitter. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you guys very soon.
See you later.